This message is for you. Listen with your heart and not just with your eyes, because what you are about to read is not an accident, it is a gentle but urgent pull on your spirit. I have seen the way you have been feeling lately, the strange heaviness when you step out of your door, the uneasy feeling when you sense eyes watching you, the way your peace sometimes feels disturbed for no clear reason. You keep telling yourself it is nothing, that you are imagining it, that you should ignore it and move on. But I, the Lord your God, do not ignore the quiet cries of your spirit. I see what you don't see and I hear what you cannot hear, and I am speaking now so that you will not remain blind where you need to be wise. And you will not remain open where you need to be guarded. This message is for you, and it is coming at the right time. Archangel Michael is standing at the edge of your home, like a warrior holding a sword of light, observing those who come near you, those who pretend to smile but carry something else behind their eyes. There is someone near you, close in distance, close in proximity, but not close in heart. Your neighbor sitting in the next house, the one whose presence sometimes feels off to your spirit, is not as innocent as they appear. I am not telling you this to fill you with fear, but to wake you up from the deep sleep of ignoring your own discernment. You have felt this in your gut already. You have noticed small things, strange timing, odd comments, a look that lingered too long, a curiosity about your life that goes beyond simple friendliness. You tried to push it away and give them the benefit of the doubt, because your heart is kind and you do not like to think badly of others. But I am the God who sees what is done in secret, and I am whispering, be careful, there is someone near you who speaks too softly but listens too deeply, who asks too many questions about your life, your family, your money, your movements, your routine. They want to know when you are home, when you are not, who visits you, how you live, what you have, what you lack. They want to study your life like a map. Not because they want to bless you, but because they want to understand where you are vulnerable. This neighbor has been talking more than you know. They have been sharing your name, your situation, your struggles, and your blessings with others. They have taken the details you trusted them with and scattered them into conversations that never had your well-being at heart. They smile when they see you, but their words and thoughts do not match the kindness they pretend to show. God says, there are conversations you were not present for, yet your life was being discussed. There were moments when your neighbor leaned closer to another person, lowered their voice, and used your name like a topic. Like entertainment, like a story. They spoke about your past. They spoke about your pain. They spoke about your blessings and how lucky you seem, but behind that word lucky there was a taste of jealousy and hidden resentment. They look at you and think, why them and not me? Why is their blessing coming? Why is their light shining? And that bitterness has begun to grow within them like a quiet shadow, a quiet poison. Archangel Michael says, be careful with what you share, be careful with your doors, be careful with your peace. Some people live very close to you, but not everyone deserves to live close to your heart. You have allowed certain things because you do not like drama. You stayed silent because you do not want conflict. You minimized your discomfort because you wanted to keep things peaceful. But peace does not mean ignoring spiritual signals. Peace does not mean offering your vulnerability to anyone who stands near your gate. Peace also means protection. Peace also means boundaries. Peace also means saying, "No more access," when your spirit is not at rest. God says, "You did not imagine the strange feeling when they showed up exactly when something good was happening for you. You did not imagine the way they appeared at your door right after you received a blessing. You did not imagine that sudden interest in your finances, your work, your plans, your future. You did not imagine the way they tried to look into your home, the way their eyes scanned, the way they noticed what you have and what you don't have. You did not imagine the odd questions that felt like they were digging. Are you living alone? Is anyone staying with you? When do you go out? Do you return late? These were not harmless questions. They were tests. They were measurements. They were attempts to map your life. But this is what you must understand. I, the Lord your God, am not showing you this so you will hate your neighbor or attack them. I am showing you this so you can stand in wisdom and protect your life. You are not called to be a victim. You are not called to be naive. You are called to be discerning. You are called to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. That means you do not repay evil with evil, but you also do not hand your peace to those who do not honor it. It means you can keep a polite distance while your heart remains guarded in me. Archangel Michael is saying, you have been too open with someone who has not been honest with you. They watch you more than you realize. They notice when lights in your house go on and off. They pay attention to who visits you. They pay attention to packages, deliveries, changes, movements. They are gathering information not only because of curiosity, but because of comparison and control. When your blessing rises, their insecurity rises. When you smile, something inside them tightens. When you get up after a setback, it reminds them of how they are still stuck, and instead of letting that inspire them, they let it turn into quiet irritation. God says, your neighbor's heart is not completely evil, but it is open to the wrong things. They allow jealousy to whisper to them. They allow gossip to flow through them. They allow negative energy to linger. They are a door that another darkness can use, and that is why I am telling you, do not make them the keeper of your secrets. Do not let them become the gate of your life. You are walking into a season where exposure will increase, where more eyes will see you, where your name will be spoken more often, where your blessing will rise in ways that even neighbors cannot ignore. This means you must become more careful with who you allow into your personal space and into your private information. There are times you thought, maybe I should tell them about this idea, this plan, this opportunity, and something in you hesitated. That hesitation was me. That pause was heaven tugging at your spirit, saying, stop. Don't reveal that here. Not every ear is safe. But you overrode that feeling sometimes because you wanted connection, because you wanted someone physically close to understand what you are going through. You craved a friendly face, a listening ear. And you thought, they live next door, we might as well be close. Yet not everyone sitting in the next house is meant to sit in the inner room of your heart. Archangel Michael says, there are 3 things you must start doing: guard your words, guard your energy, and guard your doors. Guard your words by not pouring out your deepest secrets into a vessel that leaks. Guard your energy by not sitting too long in conversations that leave you feeling drained, confused, or heavy. Guard your doors by trusting the warning signals in your spirit when you feel uncomfortable with their timing, their presence, or their interest. If you feel uneasy about letting them in, trust that. If you feel your peace disturbed after they leave, pay attention to that. These are not random feelings, they are spiritual alarms. God says, I have not brought this message to create panic, I have brought it to create clarity. You are not cursed. You are not powerless. You are not in danger without protection. The very reason you are reading this is proof that heaven is actively watching over you. The very fact that you are receiving this warning shows that I am not letting you walk blindly into traps. You are being protected even when you don't realize it. There are moments when you were about to step out, and you felt suddenly tired and stayed home. That was me redirecting you. There were times you changed your plan at the last minute. And it frustrated your neighbor because they were expecting you to be gone. That change was not random, it was my hand turning the schedule. Archangel Michael has been blocking certain attempts. Words spoken against you quietly have been hitting a wall of light because you are not alone. There were moments your neighbor wanted to see you fall, wanted to see your plan collapse, wanted to see you embarrassed or exposed. They may have even laughed quietly when they heard of your challenges, pretending to be sympathetic in front of you but secretly pleased to see you struggle. Yet every time they thought you were finished, I lifted you again. Every time they thought this time was the end, I turned it into a new beginning. You have survived storms that were supposed to break you, and that is what bothers the spirits working through them. God says, hear me clearly, you do not need to confront them in anger. You do not need to call them out and create a war. You do not need to accuse them or expose them loudly. That is not your role. Your role is to step back with dignity, adjust your access, and let my light handle what is done in the shadows. You can still greet them politely. You can still be civil. But you do not owe them your secrets, your plans, or your peace. Smile, but be wise. Be kind, but be guarded. It is not evil to protect your heart, it is obedience. There is also something deeper happening in your environment. God says, your street, your building, your surroundings have been spiritually stirred. There are eyes on that area, not only physical eyes but spiritual ones. Some people in that environment talk too much, observe too much, and assume that because they live close, they have a right to know everything about you. This is not true. Your life belongs to me, and I do not give anyone the right to dissect your journey. Proximity is not intimacy. Proximity is not trust. Living next door does not make someone safe. Archangel Michael is standing over the boundary lines of your home, extending a shield. There is an invisible border of light being drawn right now. On your side of that border, peace must increase. On your side of that border, your mind must rest. On your side of that border, your joy must not be stolen by the subtle games of anyone near you. But you must agree with this protection. You must decide, I will no longer overshare. I will no longer ignore my intuition. I will no longer give open access to those who do not truly wish me well. When you decide this in your heart, heaven reinforces it. God says, there were times you felt guilty for pulling back. You thought you were being rude, cold, or unkind. You thought, maybe I am overreacting. But I say to you, it is not cruelty to protect yourself. It is not cruelty to walk in wisdom. It is not cruelty to keep some distance when you feel unsafe. I have put that wisdom inside of you for a reason. The same way I put the instinct in a bird to avoid a predator, I put instinct in you to avoid people who carry wrong intentions. When you ignore that instinct, you expose yourself unnecessarily. When you honor it, you walk in the safety I designed for you. The neighbor in the next house is not the center of your destiny, but they are a factor in your environment. They are a test of your discernment. They are a reminder that not everyone around you is assigned to love you. Some are assigned to observe. Some are assigned to report. Some are assigned, by their own choices and by negative influences, to distract, derail, and disturb. You cannot control their choices, but you can decide who gets close to your inner life. God says, do not let their energy infect your atmosphere. If you notice that after speaking with them, your mood shifts downward, begin to shorten the time you spend with them. Withdraw gently. Make your answers lighter and shorter. Do not provide extra details. Change the subject when they dig too deeply. Protect your mind. After you interact with them, cleanse your space with my presence. Turn your heart to me and say inwardly, God, cover my home, cover my mind, cover my atmosphere. I respond to that. Archangel Michael says, I have been standing between you and certain harms you never knew about. There were plans people whispered, things they considered, ways they thought they might take advantage of you. But every time they tried to move in that direction, confusion fell on them. Doorways closed. Their timing failed. Their coordination broke. They could not access you in the way they imagined. This is because you are marked. You are not ordinary. You have a destiny that stretches far beyond your present surroundings, and the enemy is using familiar faces and nearby people to try to disrupt that. God says, I am lifting you to a new level of awareness. This message is not only about one neighbor, it is about every person who stands next door to your heart. It is about anyone who is physically or emotionally close, but spiritually not safe. It is about those who like to keep tabs on you instead of praying for you. It is about those who remain close enough to monitor, but not close enough to truly love. You have tolerated this pattern in your life for too long. Now is the time to break it. You will notice in the coming days that some things will shift. Conversations may feel more obvious. Their true intentions may slip out through a careless comment or a sarcastic tone. They may reveal their envy more clearly. They may show irritation when you stop oversharing. They may act distant when they realize their control over information is slipping. Do not be surprised. Do not be shaken. This is not a sign that you are doing something wrong. It is a sign that you are aligning with my protection. God says, I am also sending you new connections. Safe connections. People who do not need to live next door to be close in spirit. People who celebrate you without secretly competing with you. People who protect your name when you are not present. People who do not use your personal life as fuel for gossip. You have been asking me for true companionship, for people who understand you and lift you up. Before I can bring more of those people into your life, I must clear certain atmospheres and realign your boundaries. I must teach you to differentiate between friendly and faithful, between curious and caring, between neighborly and trustworthy. Archangel Michael says, the urgency is this: do not ignore what you are feeling anymore. You have delayed listening to your inner warnings. You have shut down your own sensitivity to keep false peace. That season is over. You cannot keep silencing yourself to make others comfortable while your spirit is uncomfortable. When you sense a check in your heart about your neighbor or anyone near you, honor it. Step back. Let silence speak where words have been wasted. Let distance protect what trust has failed to guard. God says, if ever you feel truly unsafe in any situation, it is important you seek real-world support, wise counsel, community, or, if needed, appropriate authorities. You are not meant to face genuine danger alone or in silence. My guidance is not meant to replace practical safety, it is meant to align with it. I care about your physical safety, your emotional safety, and your spiritual safety. I care about your house, your street, your environment. I care about your sleep and your peace. The neighbor in the next house may never know that heaven has spoken about them, but you will know that heaven has spoken to you. And once you know, you cannot unknow. Once your eyes are open, you cannot pretend to be blind again. That is why this message feels urgent, why your spirit is stirred right now, why every word is pressing softly but firmly into your awareness. You have reached a turn in the road. After this, you will not walk the same way, God says. You will start to notice that your home feels lighter when you stop welcoming certain conversations. You will start to feel stronger when you stop explaining yourself to those who only listen to judge. You will begin to see how much of your energy was being drained by trying to maintain a closeness with someone I never asked you to be close to. When you release that, you make room for what is truly yours. You make room for safe love, safe kindness, safe community. Archangel Michael is moving around the borders of your home now, sealing cracks where fear and negativity have tried to enter. There are gateways being closed in the unseen. There are doors of gossip being quietly shut. There are openings of vulnerability being covered with light. Agree with this. Speak life over your space. Even if it is just in a whisper from your heart, say, God, this home belongs to you. This atmosphere belongs to you. This mind belongs to you. When you do that, the very walls respond. The energy shifts. What was heavy starts to lift. God says, do not be surprised if things begin to change between you and your neighbor. They may grow cold. They may act offended. They may distance themselves. Let them. Release them with peace. Not every person who walks away is a loss, some are a layer of protection. Not everyone who changes their behavior is something you need to chase after. You do not need to run behind what I am removing. You do not need to beg for connection that I am closing for your safety. You are stepping into a chapter where your discernment will be one of your greatest defenses. You will not always know exactly what others are thinking, but you will feel when something is off. You will know when a conversation crosses a line. You will feel when a visit goes too long, when a question goes too deep. You will sense when you are being watched in a way that does not feel loving. Honor that. That is my voice inside you. That is the alert of heaven ringing softly. God says, I am proud of you for surviving what you have survived. You have gone through betrayal before. You have experienced what it feels like to be hurt by people close to you. That is why your heart sometimes trembles at the thought of another person betraying your trust. I am not bringing this message to repeat the same pain, I am bringing it to prevent it. This time, you will not be caught unaware. This time, you will not give all of yourself to someone who is not safe. This time, you will protect your softness with wisdom, Archangel Michael says, "You are not alone in that house. I am there. Heaven is there. The presence of God is there." When you feel uneasy, breathe and turn your awareness to that presence. Feel the weight of divine protection around you. You are not trapped. You are not helpless. You are not sitting in danger with no defense. There is a shield around you, and that shield is being reinforced in this moment as you read these words. God says, "Let this message be like a gentle hand on your shoulder turning you in a new direction." You do not need to live in fear of your neighbor, but you do need to live in wisdom. You do not need to hate them, but you do need to stop nakedly trusting them. You are permitted to be guarded. You are allowed to say less. You are allowed to decide who enters your space and who stays at the gate. Your heart is precious to me. Your mind is precious to me. Your peace is precious to me. You have asked me to protect you. You have cried, "God, keep me safe from people who don't mean me well." And here I am, answering that prayer through this message. This is not punishment, this is protection. This is not about them winning or losing, this is about you living and thriving. I am redirecting you deeper into your purpose and drawing a line around your life that says, "This one is mine." Handle with care. From this moment forward, walk with your head higher and your spirit awake. Watch with love, but also with clarity. Listen with kindness, but also with discernment. Take this seriously, not in panic, but in peace. I am with you in every room of your home, in every step you take out your door, in every interaction, in every decision. You are covered. You are guided. You are not reading this by chance. God says, keep this message in your heart. Come back to it when you feel uneasy. Let it remind you of the truth. You are being warned because you are being watched over. You are being alerted because you are being protected. You are being prepared because your future is too important to be handed carelessly to the wrong hands. Be careful with your neighbor sitting in the next house, but be even more anchored in me. I am your ultimate security. I am your shield. I am your peace, now and always, my beloved child. I am speaking to you in this moment because I see what you cannot fully see, I hear what you cannot fully hear. And I understand what you cannot fully understand. I know the thoughts that circle in your mind, the questions you carry about the people near you, the ones who smile and yet make your spirit feel restless. I know that lately you have felt a strange heaviness whenever you think about your neighbor, the one sitting in the next house, the one who seems close in distance yet far in heart. I am not bringing this message to scare you, but to awaken you. I am not speaking to you to make you hate anyone, but to teach you how to protect your peace, your destiny, and your heart. My child, listen carefully. There are some people who do not need to enter your home to affect your life. their thoughts. Their words, their intentions can travel and try to touch what belongs to you. Sometimes it is not the one who lives far away that can cause you the most harm, but the one who lives close, who watches, who studies, who pretends they do not see you while paying attention to every detail of your life. I have seen the way your neighbor's eyes follow your movements. I have seen the moments when they walk outside not because they must, but because they want to observe, to measure you, to compare themselves to you. Archangel Michael is standing beside you in this very moment, and he is saying to your spirit, be careful with your neighbor sitting in the next house, because not every smile is clean. Not every greeting is sincere, and not every closeness is safe. This does not mean you must become fearful of everyone around you. It means you must become wise. I did not create you to live in constant anxiety, but I also did not create you to live blind to the intentions of others. I am teaching you discernment, not paranoia. I am calling you into spiritual maturity, where you do not hate your neighbor, but you no longer allow your innocence to become an open door for manipulation. There have been times when you felt uneasy after speaking to them, as if your joy suddenly deflated, as if your excitement disappeared the moment you shared your plans. That feeling was not your imagination. That was your spirit reacting to the energy behind their words. There are conversations that look casual but are actually investigations. There are questions that sound friendly but are driven by curiosity, jealousy, or control. I have watched as they tried to gather information about you, asking about your family, your work, your finances, your schedule, your visitors. They present it as normal interaction, but their heart is not as pure as their words sound. My child, I am not saying this to make you angry. I am saying this to stop you from giving your secrets to the wrong ears. There are seasons in your life where silence is your strongest protection. You do not need to announce every blessing I give you. Every idea I plant in your heart, every move you are about to make. Some breakthroughs require privacy. Some miracles grow best in quiet. Your neighbor does not need to know everything. Your neighbor does not need access to the deepest parts of your life. They may live close to your house, but that does not mean they must live close to your heart. Archangel Michael has been fighting battles around your home that you did not see. There were words spoken about you when your door was closed. There were opinions formed about you based on assumptions, not truth. There were comparisons made, judgments formed, comments shared with others that carried your name. Yet I covered you. I shielded you from the full impact of those words. I protected your reputation more than you realize. Some storms never reached you because my angels stopped them before they arrived. Some attacks were canceled before they could manifest. You do not know how many arrows were aimed at you that never touched your skin, because my hand moved them away. This is why Archangel Michael is saying be careful now. He is not warning you about something that might happen, He is revealing what has already been in motion, so that you will no longer walk unaware. There is a difference between loving your neighbor and allowing your neighbor to sit at the table of your destiny. You can treat them with kindness, respect, and peace, yet still protect your inner world. You can say hello without telling them everything. You can be polite without being exposed. You can forgive without giving them the power to hurt you again. In the same way, my child, you have a very sensitive spirit. You feel things before you fully understand them. When you sense that something is off after talking to them, that is not you being dramatic, that is your inner alarm. When you feel tired, drained, or low after certain interactions, it is a sign that your energy is being touched by something that does not come from me. I did not give you a spirit of confusion, I gave you a spirit that can recognize when peace is being disturbed. Do not ignore this. Do not silence that inner warning just because you want to appear nice or avoid conflict. Being careful is not the same as being cruel. Setting boundaries is not a sin, it is an act of wisdom. The neighbor sitting in the next house has, at times, looked at your life and thought, why them? Why not me? They have compared their situation to yours and felt something bitter rise in their chest. Sometimes they hide it behind compliments. Sometimes they hide it behind jokes. Sometimes they hide it by acting overly helpful, trying to place themselves inside your life so they can see more, know more, and feel closer to what you have. But underneath that, there has been jealousy. There has been resentment. They may not understand that these feelings are dangerous, but I see how these feelings can turn into words, into actions, into subtle attempts to limit or undermine you. Do not become like them. Do not respond to jealousy with jealousy, or bitterness with bitterness. I did not choose you to copy their behavior, I chose you to rise above it. When they gossip, you remain silent. When they provoke, you stay calm. When they test you, you answer with wisdom. Your strength is not in proving yourself to them, your strength is in staying aligned with me. I will handle what you cannot handle. I will reveal what you cannot see. I will move you away from what is harmful when the time is right. Your only job is to listen when I nudge you and to obey when I say, step back now. Close this door gently. Protect your heart. My child, there have been moments when you wondered, why do I feel watched? You sensed eyes on you when you stepped outside, when you returned home, when you received a package, when you met someone at your door, when you left with a smile on your face. You could feel it, even if you pretended not to. That sensation was not a random thought, it was your intuition, whispered by my spirit, letting you know that not everyone is happy about your movement. There are people who want to measure how much you receive, how often you are blessed, how often you smile, how long you stay indoors, who visits you, who calls you. Their focus on you is not love, it is curiosity mixed with envy. This is why Archangel Michael stands like a guard around your home. He keeps watch when you sleep. He observes what you cannot see. He has shielded your doorway many times. There are things that try to come close to you through your neighbor's energy that I did not allow to cross your threshold. There were suggestions they made that looked harmless but carried hidden motives. There were favors that were not truly favors, but attempts to create a debt, to make you feel obligated, to get closer access to your private world. But I placed a limit. I whispered inside you, say no this time. Do not open that door for them. Do not share that detail. Do not accept that offer. Even when you did not fully understand why. You hesitated, because I was intervening. Be careful, my child, with what you reveal. Your neighbor does not need the password to your soul. They do not need to know your weaknesses, your fears, your private struggles. Some people will listen to your pain, not to comfort you, but to collect information. They will hold your vulnerability in their hands and then use it later in discussions with others. They will seem supportive, but then share your story as if it is their entertainment, their topic of conversation, their secret power over you. I do not want you to become hard-hearted, but I need you to be wise. Your heart is precious. Your story is sacred. Your journey is not gossip material. This message is urgent because I am preparing to do something significant in your life, and not everyone around you can handle it. There are blessings I am about to release that will expose who truly celebrates you and who only tolerates you. When I elevate you, the reactions of those near you will tell you more than their words ever did. Some will clap with their hands but not with their hearts. Some will congratulate you with their mouth but curse you with their thoughts. Some will pretend to be happy while secretly hoping you fail so they can feel superior again. I am warning you now so that when that moment comes, you will not be surprised. You will already know who you can trust and who must remain at a distance. Your neighbor sitting in the next house has underestimated you. They see your physical appearance, your daily routine, your quiet moments, and they think they know your capacity. They do not understand the weight of my hand on your life. They do not see the angels I have assigned to you. They do not see the doors I am unlocking for you in the unseen world. They may think you are alone, but you are not alone. They may think you are weak, but I am your strength. They may think they can predict your future by watching your present, but they are blind to the sudden moves I can make on your behalf. My child, you must learn to let me be your defender. You do not have to confront every whisper. Fight every rumor, respond to every provocation. There is power in silence. There is power in peace. There is power in remaining calm while I rearrange things around you. Do not waste your energy trying to change their opinion of you. Some hearts have already decided how they want to see you. Instead, use your energy to grow, to heal, to build what I am placing in your hands. Focus on your path. I will handle the false perceptions. I will silence mouths that speak too much. I will block hands that try to touch what is sacred. The caution I am giving you is not meant to lock you in fear, it is meant to unlock your discernment. You can still say good morning. You can still nod when you pass by. You can still show basic kindness. But you do not have to explain your life anymore. You do not have to justify your blessings. You do not have to apologize for my favor on you. You do not have to invite them into your private struggles or victories. You owe them decency, not access. You owe them respect, not your inner map. Archangel Michael is moving around your environment right now, cleansing the unseen atmosphere. He is cutting spiritual cords tied to unhealthy expectations others placed on you. He is breaking silent agreements where you felt forced to overshare just to keep the peace. He is removing your guilt for protecting yourself. You are not selfish for setting boundaries. You are obedient to the wisdom I am giving you. You are not cruel for stepping back from what drains you. You are honoring the life I placed inside you. I want you to understand something very clearly. You are not responsible for the hidden feelings in your neighbor's heart. You are not responsible for their jealousy, their comparisons, or their silent frustration with your progress. You did not steal anything from them. You did not block their blessings. The same way I am able to lift you up, I can lift them up too, if they turn their hearts toward me instead of focusing on you. You are not the enemy in their story, even if they have framed you that way in their mind. Do not carry blame that does not belong to you. Do not break yourself trying to make them comfortable with your light. You are allowed to shine, my child. There is also another side to this warning. Just as I am telling you to be careful with your neighbor, I am also asking you to examine your own heart. Do not allow their behavior to turn you cold. Do not let their energy shape your character. You will not become suspicious of everyone because of one person's inner battles. You will not close your heart to love completely because of one experience with envy or gossip. You will not stop being good because someone misused your goodness. Instead, you will grow wiser. You will learn who deserves different levels of access. You will give your heart to me first. And I will show you who can carry it with care. There are changes coming to your living situation, to your environment, to the circle around you. Some connections will weaken. Some conversations will become less frequent. Some paths will naturally separate. Do not panic when this happens. This is not punishment, this is protection. When I remove certain interactions, it is because I have seen what they would become if they continued. When I distance you from certain people, it is because I have seen how their energy would clash with where I am taking you. Trust me, even when it feels lonely. Sometimes your season of separation is just the hallway between where you were and where you are going. Archangel Michael is also saying this to your spirit: do not run to every call. Do not open to every knock. Not every invitation is divine. Not every request is from God. Test the energy. Listen to the peace inside you. If peace is missing, pause. This is the wisdom I want you to carry from now on. You have permission to pause. You have permission to say, I need time. You have permission to say, I cannot share this. You have permission to say, no. I am not upset with you for protecting yourself. I am guiding you to do it, tonight, when you are in your room, when the neighborhood is quiet and your mind begins to replay these words. I will sit with you in that silence. I will bring you calm where there was anxiety. I will lift off the weight of fear. I will replace it with clarity. I will help you remember specific moments when you felt something was wrong but ignored it, and I will gently show you how to respond differently next time. I will not shame you for past mistakes. I will transform them into lessons. You will not remain the same after this message. Your sensitivity will become your shield, not your weakness. My child, your home is blessed. Your door is guarded. Your bed is covered. Your steps are guided. No neighbor, no gossip, no jealousy, no hidden motive has the authority to cancel what I have ordained for you. But you must partner with my protection by practicing wisdom. Let your decisions agree with my guidance. Let your words align with my warnings. Let your boundaries match the value I have placed on your life. You are not just anyone. Your destiny is not casual. Your future is not random. That is why I am so intentional in warning you. From this day forward, you will look at your environment with new eyes. You will see beyond the surface. You will notice when conversations cross the line. You will sense when your spirit is unsettled. And instead of ignoring it, you will listen. I will speak through that inner feeling. I will speak through small signs. I will speak through sudden discomfort. Not to scare you, but to guide you away from what does not deserve you. Be careful with your neighbor sitting in the next house. My child. Be kind, but be guarded. Be respectful, but be wise. Do not tell them everything. Do not let their eyes determine your worth. Do not let their mood control your day. Stand firm in who you are. Trust that I see more than you see. Trust that Archangel Michael is on assignment for you. Trust that when I warn you, it is because I love you deeply. This message is not an accident. It is your shield, delivered through words. Take it seriously. Hold it close. Let it shape how you move, how you speak, how you share, how you choose your closeness. I am with you in your house. I am with you in the space between your house and theirs. I am with you when you step outside, when you return home. When you lock your door, when you lay your head on your pillow. Nothing escapes my sight. No hidden intention is invisible to me. And as long as you walk with me, no unseen plan against you will succeed. Rest in this truth now: you are protected, you are guided, you are warned, and you are loved.